DJ 401k live on Rough House Radio for our first ever live interview with Rough House Radio DJ FedUp. What's up, Fed?
Not much.
Thanks for coming to my casa today. Thanks for coming over. For everybody, again, this is our first live interview ever on our live video site, so this is going to be interesting. Unedited, uncut, so we'll try to keep it, well...
Fuck it.
We're not going to keep it everything. We're drinking, so...
Yes.
Alright, so let's start with where you're from. Tell everybody about the hood.
I'm now in New York, born and raised. Not big, you know. One of the 5 boroughs of New York City.
The underrated borough.
Exactly, the underrated borough.
Yep.
Which gives me that little bit of that little bit of oomph.
It's that underdog.
Yeah, there you go.
So, what as far as DJing in Staten Island, how did you get into it? When did you start?
I started at the age of 15. I went to my first club. You know, had a lot of always had a lot of older friends. So all of them said, you know, we're going to this place. It started in Manhattan at a club called Crowbar at the time. It's not around anymore. First DJ I ever saw, Mauro Picardo. Big Italian guy, you know. Came from Europe over here, and that's when the whole scenery, I got in, this and that, fake ID, you know, all that stuff you're not supposed to do.
Of course. That happens.
And once I hit that dance floor, it was, look at this environment. Look at where I am right now.
Nice.
This is heaven. And I'm supposed to be up there.
Yep. I know the feeling exactly, so you get that bug. Everybody's got the bug, knows it.
Yeah.
So that's cool. You're either in the booth or you're looking at the booth.
Exactly.
Nice.
And it's like riding a bike. Once you got the itch, you got to do it.
Yeah. So I know you're obviously a big EDM DJ, hard house. What is that the style that you started with, or what was, I should say, the style that influenced you in the beginning?
The style that is the style that influenced me.
Okay.
The dance music, you know, that hard EDM.
Yep.
Yeah, that's definitely what influenced it.
Nice. Did you, when you first started, I know a lot of DJs, you know, and if you listen to Mixmaster Lucky's interview that I did with him, we talk about, you know, the bedroom and basement DJs. You know, everybody starts. We talked about finding a mentor, finding somebody that, you know, that can guide you basically from, you know, learning things the slow way, kind of give you that, hey, let me show you a little what to do. Did you have that? Did you have a mentor when you first started?
Actually, I had a lot of people that I looked up to, not so much a mentor.
Okay.
You know, when I think of mentor, I think of somebody that is sitting there next to me showing me different things to do.
Yeah.
You know, which is probably what it is.
And that's what it is. You didn't have that.
Nah, I definitely didn't have that. I'm self-taught.
Okay.
You know, it just happened to be lucky enough, be blessed enough to have just the ear for it.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, and with the competition that I've had so far, it's just the people that I've met, you know, the people that I have looked up to, and you know, I've actually met a couple of very famous DJs.
Okay.
Mauro Picardo, I actually did meet him afterwards.
Oh, nice.
In the upcoming years of
Awesome.
me actually getting into the scene. I've met Rehab, and I've also met I can't think of his name. That's so bad.
Yeah.
But I'll think of it later. I'll tell you about it.
He probably doesn't remember yours.
Exactly. He definitely doesn't remember me. But I've looked up to them, you know, and after hearing what they did, it's just like, you know, I have that ear too. So I can also do the same thing.
Nice. So, as far as equipment, I didn't really get into this with Lucky. I wish I kind of had, but
Lucky's a no play.
Oh boy,
Love you, bro.
He's gonna see this. I might edit that
Yeah.
out. Nah, I won't.
No, I definitely.
All right, so you use you're a tractor guy.
Yes.
So
big tractor guy.
And I'm not. But that's okay. I'm learning on tractor too. What is it about tractor that you? And this is not a plug for tractor by any means. But why did you pick tractor? Like, what is that your board of choice and your program of choice?
You know, I've bought my crappy mixers, you know, in the beginning. The way when I started, it was just a mouse. you know, on the program called Mixed Vibes. You know, for anybody who knows who that is, I mean, big ups.
You wouldn't do a club with that.
You know it was hard. If you ever showed up to a club with a laptop and a mouse, you know, you got balls. And,
I've seen it, though. I've seen it.
I've seen it too.
It happens, sadly.
Whatever. do what you got to do. But well, I've used Virtual DJ. You know, I've used Serato. It's actually Serato I'm getting used to now because of my boy over here, and I got no choice. But Tractor it makes DJ life a little easier the way it's set up to be, you know, and the way it presents itself. It's not. You look at it and it's just like, oh my God, what is all this going on right now? You know, everything is just. It's there, you know, and
nice.
once you start learning it, which is very simple, thank God, because I'm not up there with, you know, physicist Lucky, but
we're not all rocket scientists.
Exactly, we're not rocket scientists. This is for the normal DJ, and once you start learning, I mean, you can do some pretty amazing things when it comes to the effects and. When to drop stuff, I mean, it almost does it for you. You know,
yeah.
you just need that little bit of creativity to make it yours.
Okay.
So,
well, tonight everyone's gonna get to see you do a little Serato because I'm gonna throw you on my board and put you to work for a little quick mix live because that's what I like to do, put people on the spot. So that'll be fun.
Yeah, good thing I had my Coronas. Number one thing for under pressure.
So I would like to say how I met you, basically, and kind of tell everybody, because everybody knows, obviously, you know, Rough House Radio DJ. Basically, I was at Pacha in New York City with a visiting friend from Dubai, and wanted to show her, you know, the club. So I took her to Pacha, and I was in the VIP, and your boy, Benny, spilled a drink on me. Spilled a drink on me coming out of the bathroom, and he was like, "Oh, I'm sorry, man," and I was like, "It's cool, like, you know, it's VIP, so everybody's real chill, and nobody, you know, you're not trying to fight." So I was like, "No," and he's like, "No, let me get you a drink," and I was like, "I'm cool, man, I got, you know, a whole table full of drinks." He's like, "No, have a drink with me." So I had a drink with him, and of course I always give everybody my card. This is when Rough House Radio was still young, so I gave him a card and said, "Hey, man, just check out my site, you know." Right. And he goes, "You're a DJ?" And I was like, "Yeah, man," and he's like, "Dude, you gotta meet my boy, FedUp." And I was like, "Is he here?" And he's like, "Yeah." So I remember like meeting you, and you were like, you know, all chill, you know, chilled in the corner.
VIP style.
Yeah, you were like,
you know, I'm VIP. Like, I'm the big guy.
You were like, "Who's this guy?" So I remember meeting you and giving you my card and talking to you, and you know, I was really impressed. The cool thing I thought was that I got home at 7:30, I think, in the morning. And I think at like 7:18 there was an email in my inbox from you, which was cool because I meet DJs all over the country as I travel, and I say, "Hey man, you should spin for Rough House Radio." And they're like, "Yeah, that's awesome." And then you never hear from them, you know. Or sometimes you do like a week or 2 weeks later when they find your card in the laundry. But you got like right on it, and I was like, "Man, this dude's professional. Like he hit me up right away." So that was cool. And then like within a week or so we had you streaming, which was cool.
Amazing.
And then you know, here we are now. You're doing several shows a week with us. You're doing shows on... What else are you doing shows on?
Club Beats.
Clubbeats.tv,
which is also going to be streamed very soon.
You also have, obviously, live gigs throughout New York, which I do a lot with you, which is fun.
Yes.
So you can see us two together. Always a good time. And you do Parental Advisory, so I want to talk about that because that's, you know, a big show that we're marketing that obviously other stations are going to be picking up. We kind of dropped Lucky's name a few times. And everybody has seen my interview with him, and I think he stabbed a little bit at you. So we're gonna, you know, it's kind of, he went first. Now you get to follow up.
Which means I got the upper hand. Now,
Shame on him. He's probably gonna want a part 2.
Don't even watch this part, bro.
But so Parental Advisory. What day is that?
That's Thursdays, from 7 to 8 p.m.
So I hate to plug my own station, but. I'm going to plug it because we're the first station to do dual video streaming simulcast, battle DJ style, you know, where you both are streaming in on 2 separate video feeds, which is cool. How did you guys even come up? Because honestly, I can tell you I didn't come up with that. Where did that even idea come from?
You know, once I started on the station, you know, started meeting all the DJs, this and that, you know, you always, from first instinct, you know the people you click with. And, once you listen to them play, you kind of figure out almost who they are. It's weird. I've heard Lucky play. You know, it's his hip hop. you know, it breaks into like almost a dubstep type of thing, and then he does the EDM, which is what I do, what I'm big on. And when we both spin, it's just like it's got to be the filthiest, dirtiest stuff that has to
Parental
that's no
Advisory.
Exactly. It speaks for what it is.
Yeah.
You know, it's explicit. You know, what you would find on a CD. You know, mommy said, "Don't listen to this." You don't want to listen to us. You know, and what we started talking. You know, text messaging, calling each other. Let's do something that no one's done before. Let's mix from New York to Florida at the same time and beat match it, everything.
Yep.
And bring that style that we both have, which everybody loves because it's not what everybody plays. Let's do that. And you know, we got talking with you,
Huggy Bear.
With
DJ
Huggy Bear.
DJ Huggy Bear, I will say,
Huggy Bear.
made it happen. He's the tech guy.
My man, the code guy,
He made it happen.
master of the Matrix over here.
I can draw it on a piece of paper, but I can't make it actually happen on the computer. So
I can't even do that.
I draw
So-
two squares and stick figures and says Lucky and Fed, and be like, look, you guys are, there you go.
It's magic made by Huggy Bear.
So that's,
Thank God for him, or else this wouldn't even it wouldn't even be available. You know.
which is awesome.
So, and then once we planned it out a little bit, we did our thing, and now everybody loves it. Everyone wants to.
It's good. It's a good show, and what I like about it, it's kind of funny. I seen, like, I monitor the chat a lot. You know, I just see how everybody talks, and I saw you two, like, in the beginning when you guys didn't really know each other, but you guys would, like, kind of pander back and forth, and like you guys started busting balls like right away, which I laughed because Lucky, even though he's a West Coast guy, he's like mad chill, like most West Coast guys, but he's like a New Yorker like us, and it's like he can take a shot.
Exactly.
Which I liked.
Exactly.
And he's got that he's got that ball breaking, you know, thing going on, which I like.
He
And I
knows
saw
what
you two-
he knows what buttons to push.
he used before you came around. He actually used to push mine all the time. I was the only one, and then it was good because you took some heat off me. But I saw you two going at it like right away, and I was like, "Yo, these I could see." Like I just saw, I was like, "There's something with these two. These guys are gonna do something crazy."
Yeah.
And Parental Advisory happened, so that's crazy.
Which
EDM and hip hop mix, which is cool, and he throws in. I mean, Lucky's got his own style. He's awesome. Everybody saw him in the interview. You know, awesome scratcher. You know, to see you two going at it with completely different styles
on his wheels of plastic, might I add.
on the wheels of plastic. To see you two going at it is cool, and I think that it's unique. And you know, I'm hoping that a lot of stations do more stuff like this. And we want to do more stuff like this. Break the genres, break that whole like, hey, this is all I listen to, this is all I DJ, this is all I do. You know, music is music, so I'm feeling it. I like it.
You can take the idea and thrive on it. Just don't do it exactly what we do.
Well, you can't. You can't reproduce.
Can't do that.
You can't reproduce. This is only one parental advisory.
Copyrighted.
Which is
Parental
awesome.
Advisory. Explicit content.
Hold on. Explicit content. Let me hang this up in the background. Just let everybody
There you
know.
go.
We're in New York, so
Yes.
it's gonna stay. We'll make it stay.
Yeah, you're perfect. Good.
New York, explicit
There
content.
you go.
There
Fuck
it is.
you, in other words.
Now we
Just
can say
kidding.
whatever
Just
we
kidding.
want. We can say whatever we want. No, we got a warning up on the thing, so that's cool. No, so as far as future stuff, I know obviously you and I have a lot of gigs. We played Burrito Bar together,
Yes.
which was silly fun.
Silly fun. Yes. We got to do what we wanted.
Yeah.
We got to cater to the
was
attention
cool.
of others.
Yeah, so I will say this, and I brought that up because one of the things, you know, a lot of young DJs just getting into the club circuit, you know, you and I have been starting to make rounds together and separate. You got a style. How do you manage, or do you feel like it's frustrating sometimes when you meet a club owner who may have a specific thing that he wants or a specific genre, and you have to balance, you know, FedUp style with what he wants, not selling out per se, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But you don't want to go in there and like completely change up, but then in the same sense you have to balance. So how do you find that difficult?
I mean, you know, any good DJ has everything. You know, depending on what type of DJ you are, you're either stuck up, this is me, or I'm here to please everybody and throw me in also in the mix and make my movement. because that's what it is. You're a DJ. You want to make a movement. You want people to be attracted to you.
Of course.
You go up to any club owner and they say, "I want this." You gotta suck it up. You gotta be humble, and you gotta, all right, no problem. And you make them happy. But in the process of making them happy, you should already know how to hide your stuff and throw it out there at the same time.
Yep. And it's funny. I'm glad you said that, because I was going to bring that up. Is that when I first met you, I want to say that I had you booked with a gig with me, like, right in the beginning.
Yeah.
And, like, I didn't even really know you yet. Like, know you. And I was like, yo, I got this guy booked. And as a promoter, that's kind of scary, because I'm like, I'm vouching for this dude. Like, what if he's crazy, you know? And you are, but it's controlled crazy.
Yeah.
And what I liked about you is that, like you said, you slip in that Fed style, you slip in that hard house, but and like the guy would be like, I don't want that hard fist pumping house, but you do it, and then he likes it, and that's what I like about you, is your ability to you know, like, chameleon to what people want, but still to keep your style, keep that movement, you know, and also take top 40 and make it dirty.
Yeah.
And that's what I like about it, is that, you know, and that's one thing I've learned as a DJ from you, is taking that, you know, vanilla top 40 stuff and then, you know, make it nasty.
Twisting it up.
Yep, twist it up, make it nasty.
That's what gets around nowadays.
Yeah, and it's good. It's good to be able to do that. And I think, you know, I've met a lot of DJs. You know, obviously I'm going to school at Dub Spot, so that is a plug, because I love that place. But I'm meeting a lot of DJs.
I would go there, but, you know, unless you can finance me for free.
Does anyone want to sponsor FedUp to go to?
He's not getting me enough gigs. I need help.
I'm working on it. So what I do like about that school is, like, I'm meeting a lot of DJs, but I meet a lot of young DJs, and me and Lucky talked about this. You know, I only spin on CDJs. I only do DDJ. I only spin tech house or dubstep or whatever, and it's like, you know, to me it's like blurred lines. I hate to use that, but blurred lines between the genres. You know, it's like, to me, again, music is music, and I've heard you play everything. I've even given you stuff where I'm like, yo, the owner wants you to play this, and you're like, oh, come on. Like, I feel like you're gonna punch me, but then you do it, but you make it nasty, and I'm like, hell yeah, that's my boy. So
yeah, I mean, you got to be able to cope with it. You gotta. I mean, no matter what you got to play, you got to play it. Also, you got to read a crowd. You know, an owner, as you know, can be 100% wrong.
Yep.
And you've seen it. And you can have everybody dancing. You know, everyone's having a good time, and then the club owner comes up to you and says, "You know what? That's not what I want. It's not what you want, but it's what the people want."
Exactly.
You know, if that's what's keeping them here and drinking and making you money, you know, you might want to side with me. I mean, this is my job.
Exactly. We don't tell the bartender how to make drinks.
Exactly.
Don't tell us how to.
Don't tell me how to make my music. You know, this is my industry.
Yeah.
But it's hard to keep everyone happy.
Yeah, it is. It's a juggling act.
But you can't be like me. You know, you can't be fed up and just run your mouth, Guinea, New York style, like I do.
You're getting better, though.
Yeah, I am getting better. I'm learning to keep the trap closed. But
speaking of outbursts, I want to ask, because a lot of people have seen it, and actually, maybe I can splice it in on the recording at the end for people to see on YouTube. The screwdriver.
Oh.
Tell me about. Actually, tell the listeners, because I know about it because I was kind of part of it. But tell everyone about the mixing board and what kind it was and what you did to it.
Well, what it was my favorite. It was my favorite brand, Tractor. You know, Tractor. Love you guys. I took your best controller, the S4. What had happened was my RCAs had blew out. You know, one of my outputs. My headphones weren't working. You know, that jack just wouldn't do its thing. You know, I got expensive headphones. You know, I know that wasn't the problem. I've tried it on other things. I actually had to do on Rough House Radio one of my sets, and I had to ride waveforms.
You had no headphones.
No headphones. I just had to look and all right, this is gonna work.
I have no headphones.
which is why, like, you know, you want to know your music.
Yeah.
Any new DJs, learn your music, because if you ever get stuck in a tight situation, you need to know your music. You need to know your equipment. You need to know how to troubleshoot anything. No matter what, the show must go on.
And we've done a lot of troubleshooting and gigs,
yes,
you and I, with crazy
We've used the most expensive stuff ever. I've walked into a club with this gentleman, used a DJ M800 right there, and it's not working. Oh my God. Guess what? Boom, boom.
Unplug.
2 other MIDI controllers pumping out the club. Perfect. Done.
So why was it not working, or was there something?
It was kind of my. I'm gonna put this out there.
Come on, I'm gonna call you out on it.
Just because Parental Advisory. Fuck it. It's going out there. Plus, I've been drinking. This guy knows how to work me. But I did kind of mess up in my settings a little bit. Somehow, some way, I managed to turn my settings from internal to external, and it just shingatted my whole thing. And I actually busted an $800 controller with a screwdriver, mind you, which is what I'm known for now.
The screwdriver.
Publicity. Yes.
But what was cool about it was you then smashed it against the wall.
Yes.
And we got the whole thing on video.
It's entirely on video.
And then what you did, what I liked, is that instead of tucking your tail between your legs or admitting, hey, I made a mistake or whatever, or feeling silly about it, FedUp Style made a remix.
Yes.
With the audio from the video, which is phenomenal remix, by the way. So I am actually probably going to have to put that in on this video, because the first time I heard it, when you dropped that on Rough House Radio, I remember you messaged me and you're like, I got a surprise tonight. And you dropped that, and I can tell you, I lost my shit. I laughed so hard with the, you put it to, it was LRAD, right?
LRAD, yeah.
It went so perfect. It was hysterical. So I can't wait for everybody. If you haven't seen it, you're going to die.
Definitely check it out. YouTube, Tractor S4, Annihilation.
It is awesome.
You'll see me in my garage.
That's going to happen. It's got to go viral one day, because it is hysterical. Any DJ will get a kick out of it. And I guess that gets me to my next piece I wanted to ask you about is, obviously, you made a remix. Producer. So I know that's something that you're looking at getting into.
Yes.
I know you've been messing with different programs. You've already put out a couple awesome mashups, which, if you want to plug those up there on the Mixcloud.
Yeah,
right?
definitely. Mashups, Mogai, and I think it's, what is that? I Can Be the One, I think? Something like that. I don't know.
Yeah.
But
it was awesome.
From what I heard, I'm my own worst critic. So
I heard it today.
I think it's horrible. Everyone else thinks it's great.
It's good stuff. Well, that's good, because if you think it's horrible, you'll keep making better stuff.
Exactly. There you go.
I like.
Raise the bar.
So I'm excited with that to produce, and I'm looking at getting into it a little bit. So I'm looking at doing that with you. I think would be cool. We actually kind of talked a little bit about our potential.
We're gonna collab.
So we're gonna collab.
You know about that.
Fed up a 401k.
Yeah.
That'll be cool.
I'm fed up with my 401k. We know about that.
Thanks.
Yes.
Appreciate it.
Gotcha.
I do like live interviews better than Skype interviews, because I feel weird wearing a t-shirt and no pants, and that's usually how I do the interview, because it makes me feel better, and I have a beer, but then I'm alone, and I realize that
it makes you look like an alcoholic.
But nobody can see me on the Skype interview.
This is true.
They can only see the person, that, obviously the point of the interview.
Yes.
So today, I do have pants on.
Thank God.
And
that would be weird.
That would be weird. I thought about interviewing in like funny, like maybe like a big robe or like some pajamas or something, make it like Masterpiece Theater style. But I didn't. I thought maybe later we'll do some crazy interviews like that. So future projects, I wanted to plug with you and Lucky. I believe Lucky is coming to New York City.
Yes. Hopefully very soon, because I've been talking with the very little pull I have, and trying to get us booked live, because as you know, everyone loves us on the internet. They can see us both. I'm mixing, he's dancing around.
Yep.
He's mixing, I'm dancing around like an idiot in my bedroom, and then we do our magic, and it works. So why not see us both together at the same place at the same time?
Live Parental Advisory, which would be epic in New York City.
Exactly.
I'm wearing that shirt if I go.
You have to, or else you're not allowed in. I'll tell the bouncer.
Oh yeah, no, that's it. I'm gonna help you book that, because I really want to see that. That would be phenomenal. We'll broadcast it live on Rough House Radio, of course.
Definitely, of course.
And then you're going to Florida, correct?
Yes, I'm supposed to be going down there, rooming with my man.
Yep. So you and
Master Lucky.
So you two will be doing a Florida gig together, which is another awesome thing. So Parental Advisory will be coming to Florida, and then
bring it back up. back up the coast.
So basically, the show is New York to Florida, Florida to New York, and you're
Yeah.
going to do it in person, which is even cooler. Taking something that started as a fun little thing on the internet, now it's become a real thing. Now
Yeah.
it's hitting the clubs, and that's how it happens.
Making it serious.
So I like that. I know that we have some awesome gigs coming up in New York City. I'm
Yes.
excited to play with you. You know, one thing I would like to say, and obviously starting in your bedroom, which I started in my basement, which is where we're at now.
Love it here. It's where the real magic happens.
That's right, in the basement. I can tell you, just personally being part of Rough House Radio and DJing, you know, side by side with Huggy Bear, side by side with you, you know, even listening to the DJs, I've learned so much. Just hearing the different styles and listening to what you guys are doing and going like, whoa, okay, that, you know, because once you learn the basics and you hear the sounds and you hear the transitions, you can visualize what the person's doing on the board.
Right.
Do you find that you find, like, have you learned, you know, as being, like, now that you're out of the bedroom and you're in the clubs and you're DJing with other DJs and you're online, have you learned things from that?
Oh, definitely. You know, I mean, when I go to a club, first of all, I'm the dude on the dance floor, whether I'm, you know, even if I can be VIP, I'm watching the DJ. I'm looking at what he's doing. You know, if you're a DJ that's coming up, you know, even if you're a DJ that's established, you know, you're famous, whatnot. Sorry. But
Hello.
yeah, you always gotta you're always looking for a little technique. You know, you're looking for that one thing that he tweaked that made it that much better.
Mm-hmm.
That's one thing I always look for. You know, I've even had people that come out with me, you know, they don't pay attention to nothing. And after hanging out with me for a couple nights, they're like, you know, he messed up on this, he messed up on that, this and that. And it's you know, it's crazy because people actually start paying attention.
Of course.
And what I try to do, which is, I don't know, maybe it's messed up, maybe it's not, I try to sponge off of everything.
No, that's
and make it into one great, complete thing. You know, I could take your best thing, I could take his best thing, her best thing, and I can make it my own style and feed off of all of that and turn it into one enormous, huge thing that, you know, everyone's like, oh, what happened?
Yeah.
You know?
And I like that about DJing and the music industry in the short time that I've been in it. I've been in the entertainment industry for a long time. And you know, a lot of that is cutthroat. And what I like about the music industry, not saying there's not cutthroat parts of it, but I like that with DJs are very friendly to share music, share ideas, share techniques. Like, I've never really met a DJ that's like, oh, don't look at me or don't watch me. Because, you know, even if I look at what you do and even if I take your music, it's still going to be a different style when it comes out of my board. So
right,
everybody's
exactly.
got their own style, and I've never really felt a DJ feel threatened by that. Like, I've gone into clubs, you know, to check out like a club for us when there's another DJ in there,
right.
and I introduce myself and I'm like, hey, I'm spinning tomorrow night, and he's like, oh, cool, man, and it's like, it's a fun environment. Like, I feel like maybe I'm just lucky and I've met all cool DJs.
I think that's what it is, because I mean, this FedUp, it comes for a reason.
I know, because I remember when I met your manager the night that I met you, he told me that you were about to quit. He's like, dude, he's like fed up, he's gonna quit.
Yeah.
And that's the name FedUp. And I said, tell him to give me a chance. I'm gonna get them both. So
yeah, I mean, it's all about luck. You know, it really is luck. With my unfortunateness, I guess you would say, I've met a ton of people that would say, you know, this and that, blah blah blah. You're a DJ? Oh, the walls go up. It's like, come on. I'm trying to get into your business, you know, this and that. Maybe we can work with each other.
Yeah.
You know, I don't want to work against you. I want to work with you.
Of course.
This is what I always thought of DJing was, you know, everyone. It's like another community, you know. And what I've been running into isn't that.
Yeah.
This is why I'm fed up with it, because even though, you know, I don't want to toot my own horn, but I'm good, you know, and I've seen people live that are absolutely terrible.
Yeah.
And it's like, why are you up there and not me?
Yeah.
You know, who did you talk to?
Yeah.
So I would actually approach this person, this and that. We would have a couple words. I'd buy him a drink, this and that. and all of a sudden, no.
Yeah.
And you're actually one of the first people I've met, which is, thank God. It's like my big break. This is why Rough House Radio, till the day I die. I'm about to get it tatted on myself. I swear to God. And when it came to you, it was just like, yo, he's going to give me the shot. I'm going to email him that night.
Yeah.
Which is, you got it at 7:30 in the morning. Because it was on my mind for the rest of the night.
And I think, like you said, me and Lucky hit on it is, it's unfortunate that you've had those run-ins because, we harp on find a mentor. We say to the young DJs that are out there,
definitely.
Man, find a mentor. I've learned, I've sat next to a 16-year-old kid and watched him on CDJs, and I've learned from him. Like, I'm a 35-year-old man, and I was like, yo, show me what you're doing. And he's like, yeah, come on, and he called me old man and stuff. But it's cool, like, that there is that in the community, and we hope, obviously, to put that positive message out there. Like,
definitely.
Dude, it's not, everybody's got their own style, and it's not like nobody's a threat to anybody. It's like, it's music. And a DJ, our job is to take music, right, and put it out there for the people.
Right.
Put it out there in your style.
And make you got to bring more people into it.
Exactly.
It can't be something that's going to die.
No.
Even though everyone and their mother is a DJ now.
Yeah.
You can't be snobby with it.
Now DJs make DJs, and it's funny is everybody kind of can pinpoint to one dude that was a DJ that made you.
Right,
you
exactly.
That DJ that kind of influenced you and inspired you. I talked about my DJ that made me. My boy Stevie B down in Florida, he was like the guy that inspired me.
Right.
Lucky talked about. Well, he didn't name his specifically because there was too many to name. He didn't want to throw anybody under the bus.
He didn't want to pick those names up.
No, but because he might date him if he does that. But he did.
Would be cheating. So you know what?
But he did talk about that, and I think everybody I've talked to as a DJ, it kind of goes back to that. And I think that's one thing I'm going to harp on in interviews is kind of like, hey, who was there one person that kind of made you a DJ? I'm finding that's the case with everybody.
There's definitely somebody who influences everyone. I mean, there's one thing that makes you just like, yo, I want to do this. He just blew my mind. I want to be like that guy.
Yeah.
And in my case, I want to be that guy. Because I've had the unfortunate run-ins with a lot of snobs. One thing I've learned: any new DJs, if you're new, even if you're not new, be humble. You have to be humble.
Right.
You don't know who can hook you up. I mean, take this guy for instance. I played my rule. It was my rule: stay humble. And I met him. I was fed up with everybody else. Yo, I'm fed up. This and that. This is my story. He liked it. He put me on. Guess what? It came through once. That one time is all you need.
That's right. And you never know who's listening to you. I remember we talked, do a club, nobody's in it, you know what I mean? Sometimes you can't help it, the club's dead. But I always say, like, there could be a record dude in there. There could be another club. The last club you just did, we're not going to name it, but it was dead. And it happened to be a reporter in there. Yeah. And he did a story on it.
Now I'm in a newspaper. Like, go figure. You don't always have to give 150%, but if a club is dead, the radio station's dead, you're dead. You're mixing in your bedroom, just making a mix for the hell of it. Yeah. Give 100%.
Yeah. And it's funny is like when I first started, which wasn't that long ago, I'm pretty new to this. That's how DJ Huggy Bear found me. Is that I literally 7 days after buying a board threw a mix up on SoundCloud. And he heard it and was like, hey, why don't you mix live on, because he was on MixLR, and I would always listen to the guy's shows on MixLR, and he's like, why don't you go live? And he started Rough House Radio, and gave me the opportunity to broadcast live, and I had only been DJing maybe 3 weeks. And here I am on Rough House Radio DJing 3 weeks in experience. Boss man. Yeah. So, again, like you said, you never know who you're going to meet. And I met him, like, in a chat room, basically.
You never
and it's
know.
like, you just get that break, and then, stuff rolls. So
that's why you
that's what makes the internet.
Parental Advisory, you can't be an asshole.
No.
Yeah, you cannot be a fucking asshole. You got to stay nice. You got to be humble. You don't know what this person, whether you met them or not already, you don't know what they can do for you.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got to stay humble.
And that's what makes, I think, the internet and like online radio stations and all these streaming sites cool, is that you're broadcasting out to like potentially millions of people. Like, you never know who's listening.
You don't know.
And even if the count says 10 or 12 or 20 people, it could be off. You don't know. And like you said, that one guy could be a dude. Like, could be a singer looking for a DJ. Could be a producer looking for, you know.
He could be the biggest promoter in the world. And you know what?
Yeah.
He heard you do your thing for one night, for a couple minutes even. He just stumbled across you. Guess what? He's going to put you somewhere.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden, you went from here to up here. And that's the way it is. I mean, especially with this industry. Yeah. You could be a YouTube sensation, or you can come from your bedroom and all of a sudden you're just as big. I'm not going to say bigger than, as big as Tiesto.
Careful.
You know?
Careful.
You know.
He may watch this.
He did make the whole industry.
I don't want him calling. Well, I would like him to call me, actually, so maybe bad publicity.
Imagine that.
Oh, God. I'd be like...
Lucky calling me. No, I'm just kidding.
No, it would not be at all. What, come on, man. Let's not get fictional here. So, more about FedUp. What, I asked this a lot in interviews, too. You are good at DJing. What are you not good at?
I don't know. I mean, I'm not, I'm that person that can throw a basketball up in the air. It'll bounce off of 3 different houses, smash a car windshield, and still go in the hoop. You know, it's just the way shit has been since I can remember. You know, when it came to DJing, it was just like, I'm on the dance floor. I look up, this isn't the spot for me. I belong up there. You know, it's through the different jobs I've had. I have a big resume. I've done everything from cleaning up bathrooms to rebuilding new houses. I mean, it's been a weird journey, but a very good one.
Okay.
Nonetheless.
Now, you're not a scientist. I
No,
know that.
definitely not.
We have one.
I can't do
Rough House
2
Radio.
plus 2.
We have a scientist. However, what I was like, what are you? But when you're not a DJ, when you're dropping crazy dirty bombs, what do you do?
Nowadays I'm an electrician. So when I'm not dropping beats, I am dropping voltages, I guess, because
dropping voltages.
I get electrocuted more than I should be doing.
Maybe that's why you're so good at this. It's
Maybe.
that current running through you.
Exactly. I got too much energy for
Nice.
this.
Which the fact that you're an electrician has come in handy on gigs, because I know that we've come up with cable that we've needed for
yes, definitely.
internet streaming
Thank
and other
you
things.
for everybody who has supported me.
So
Good
that's
thing I'm
awesome.
on good terms with you guys at work.
Yeah, because I'm like, oh, man, we need 100 feet of cable. You're like, I got it.
We need a lot of time. We got to broadcast this. All right, let's run it. Go.
Which is awesome. So and I think that's another cool thing. Like, you talk about people just kind of come together and shit just works, And
Yeah.
it's like, you get all these different people, and that's the other cool thing I like about DJing is like everybody's a DJ, but very few people are just a DJ. Everybody's kind of got that moonlight.
Everyone's got a different story behind
that
it.
moonlight gig, that whatever. You're a waiter, you're
definitely.
a waitress, you're something crazy.
You're a physicist.
Yeah, you're a rocket scientist.
Yeah,
maybe.
there you go.
So
making bombs.
that's cool. Or
Making
whatever.
bombs and I drop them. There you go.
That's good. Might be able to do something with that. So that's fun. What else is on the horizon for FedUp? What else is coming down the pipe?
Hopefully, so, the gigs they're starting to come more frequently. I'm starting to get into producing. I started mashing up stuff professionally, not bootleggish. And yeah, I mean, once I start getting the gigs keep coming, like I said. Once I saving my money, I could buy the good programs. Ableton. Great program. Fruit Loops, great program. Once I can get my hands on that, like the full version,
Yep.
the possibilities are endless.
Yes.
And if people like the way I sound now, with other artists' music, and I make it the way I want to make it, why wouldn't you like my music?
Exactly.
Because it's going to be a mixture between that and a little bit more. So once it finally comes into play, it's I feel like it's going to hit hard. And
I'm excited for it.
I bet. Then you get it for free.
Yeah.
You don't have to pay Beatport.
I will put it on my playlist and play it when you're not around. Basically. Oh, he's not in the club today. Yeah, I'll drop that. Because I can't drop it when you're there.
That's when you got to do it.
Yeah, of course. I did steal a song from you at a club once. I do remember that.
Mm-hmm.
I played it, and
Yes.
you were like, "What are you doing?
Yeah.
It's on my playlist."
That wasn't good.
Because I was before I opened for you, and your face was kind of like, are you shitting me?
What's going on?
So I thought that was funny that you did that, and then and actually, on the funnier side of that is that I played another. So I actually stole 2 songs from you, but the second song you were in the bathroom, so you missed.
Oh yeah.
And then. Benny heard it and was he's like, oh, like he knew. He pointed at me like, that's Fed's song.
He pointed at you and thought I was up
But
there.
and I didn't steal it, like in the sense I knew you were gonna play it. But what I did was I originally had got it from you, and I was actually just going through like random songs, like I wasn't going down the playlist. And then it was funny because you took over like 10 minutes later, and then you dropped the same song. And I remember my girl came up to me and she goes, "Didn't you just play that?" And I was like, "He doesn't know, he was in the bathroom." So, but nobody in the club, everybody was dancing, they had a good time. It was a good song, so.
That's what's good about being in a club. You know, every now and again you can make the mistake of dropping the same bomb twice.
Yes.
Not everyone's gonna know.
I actually played a song. I was DJing for a live band recently at Toshi's living room, and I actually played a song. And then their next set, they said they're a cover band. They're an awesome cover band, City of Six, by the way. So, and I felt kind of bad because they gave me their playlist, but for like 2 seconds to look at, and I was like, that looks good. And I gave it back to them, and I tried to like memorize everything, and I dropped the song like on my set, and then like 15 minutes later, they played it on their set. They kind of gave me this like needle look, like, you played this already, damn you. And I was like, my bad. It happens.
Yeah, it happens.
But it was cool because it was they did it live, which,
Exactly. There's different versions of it.
6 people with a band to play,
Definitely.
top 40 stuff. That's tough. So that was kind of cool.
Is.
So we got a lot of gigs coming up. I'm excited. We have Parental Advisory on Thursday nights.
Yes.
Correct?
7 to 8.
7 to 8. Roughhouseradio.com. Tune in on the video site for that and audio. Do you know what night you're going to be playing on your other radio station?
Not yet. It's still up in the air. Might get a gig on Tuesdays. Might get a gig on Fridays. You're going to have to check the schedule. Follow me on Twitter, official FedUp. Follow me on Facebook, facebook.com/FedUpOfficial. Message me, anything, email me. I don't care. I'll answer everybody. I'm not that snobby dude that you don't want to talk to. I'll give anyone advice. I'll keep everyone in the loop. You want to come see me, all that stuff. So. Yeah,
man. And I think one of the things, I'll touch on towards the end, but I think it's cool is one of the things I learned at Dubspot is like they talk about marketing and they talk about like getting yourself out there as a DJ, and I think that's something that you really gotten a hold of. We're shameless promoters. There's logos and shit everywhere in this interview right now. All kinds of.
Yeah.
I feel like we're being sponsored. We're not. We're not getting paid for any of this.
That's what I said. It's tatted on me.
Besides the tat, you got the T-shirts, you got the custom hat, the Flex Fit hat, which is awesome, and. I got DJ 41K dog tags, Rough House Radio shirts. Like, we're really shameless brand whores.
You got to do what you got to do, though.
But I like that, and I think that, and this is maybe some advice for up-and-comers out there, is that, do that. Present that show.
You have to.
Because when you show up and you're in your gear and you got, like I heard a joke. Well, it wasn't really a joke. It was kind of like a stab, and it's this. Somebody said, who's the best dressed diva in the club, and it was like the DJ basically, and typically it is like the DJ's like there's always like to the nines, man. Like
you gotta,
and you have to be
your best dressed. Yeah, guess who's getting noticed?
Yeah, you're up there in front of everybody.
Yeah, you gotta be noticed. If you want to be a nobody, dress in khakis and come in a white button down and DJ.
I think it's funny that you branded yourself. You have a cool DJ name, you branded it, you came up with a logo, you got all the stuff. I got a FedUp shirt, I got a FedUp sticker on my laptop, man. Like, you tag everything, and
#1 fan right here.
Everywhere I look, there's FedUp shit all over my house. No, it's cool because the other day I was doing a gig and it was live, and the way the camera was angled, the one thing you saw was my laptop with the FedUp sticker. So, which is cool.
FedUp.
I think that's something that a lot of people can learn from you is be a brand whore. Get your shit out there.
You gotta. It takes money to make money. And that's. You can have all the love for the business in the world, but what it comes down to is it's got to pay my bills. Yeah. And you
gotta invest in yourself.
Exactly.
Which you
really have to invest in yourself. If you believe in yourself, you believe in what you got, your logo, just the way something sounds. Yeah, you gotta market it. You gotta invest in it. And like I said, it takes money to make money. So.
And I kind of, I mean, that's something obviously I knew from my previous business, but I sponged that off you with the DJ business and said, when I started at Dubspot, I joked around with the instructors. I actually had professional DJ drops that you hooked me up with, that company who did my DJ drops. I wasn't even ready to do a club yet. Like, I really wasn't. Like, I didn't have the balls to get up in front of a club, but I had professional drops. So I said to the instructors, like, I got DJ drops already, and they're like, what? Like, you have a name in drops and you're just starting out? So I think, like, you know, that's something that I've taken from you, and I think that that's a really good message to get out there is, you know, but like you said, invent yourself. You know, invest in yourself, and if you believe in yourself, then other people are going to see that. Exactly. And that's what I saw in you.
Confidence, confidence is what sells.
I mean, when DJ Huggy Bear said to me, "Yo, you booked this dude live. Like, we haven't even heard him yet. Do you know if he's good?" I said, "I believe he's good." And he goes, "Why do you believe that?" And I said, "The way he carried himself." I said, because anybody, he wasn't cocky. You weren't cocky, but you were confident. And I said, anybody with confidence like that they have to be good. You know, I recognize that in somebody, and it's like, you know, it was a true confidence. So I think that's something that a lot of people will pick up from you.
Which, thank God, worked for once.
For once. But, I'm excited for the future. What I'm super excited for is I'm about to turn this camera around. You're about to get on the Serato Pioneer DDJ SX.
Not even in my own realm.
In my basement with my booth monitor, with all my stuff, to show you on away field, no home field advantage. He's going to show you live what he can do.
It's going to happen.
And then after that, I'm going to hopefully, and it won't be on this live interview, obviously, but on the recording, which will be on our YouTube channel. Check out our Rough House Radio YouTube channel for other fun interviews with me. And also...
got a lot of crazy DJs that you guys want to see.
Oh, yeah. We got coming up next...
nutters, that as they would say.
DJ Bexy from the UK is coming up. He's going to be crazy. We got our Kobe and Fakes from South Africa. Those boys are going to be nuts. I'm still trying to work out a translator for that one. That South African English.
It's going
to be fun.
I haven't heard it yet. I can only read it.
But check the YouTube channel and you will see him on the Screwdriver remix with the board. It's going to be phenomenal.
Screwdriver.
So you get your ass...
hopefully not his board.
No, don't do that.
That would be $1,000 bill that I do not need.
Get your ass on the board. I'm going to turn this thing around.
But yeah, Lucky's a physicist, so he might be able to
make us a new board.
Looking up, there's always sky. Rest your head, I'll take you high. We won't fade into darkness, won't let you fade into darkness. Why worry now? You'll be safe. Hold my hand, just in case. And we won't fade into darkness, fade into darkness. No, we won't fade into darkness, fade into welcome to the jungle, bitch! Welcome to the jungle!
She's up all night to the sun. I'm up all night to get sun. She's up all night to get fun. I'm up
Things we used to do and used to be. I could want to make you feel that way. I could be the one to set you free.